rope cost?
This thing?
No, the rope.
The rope?
The rope. The rope.
Rope.
Did you watch?
that.
Oh, rope.
Oh, rope. It was 88. Yeah, I thought you said rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought rope and rope. Can't hear anything with this wind. And look at this thing's seen some years. Pretty nice, actually.
Yeah.
This is the oldest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Other than maybe that little red one. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I think when you go to heaven, they have buses like this there.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Let's see, we got one out here.
Yeah, is there another one coming?
No punch clock. Yeah. Chicken with water.
Oh, good.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
See you. Your father visited and all that? Yeah.
So that Marty thing was like,
We don't have time in the documentary to show you an entire tour of the 2,700-acre compound in the middle of the gorge. Besides the fact we didn't even have time to see but about 20% of it, in between dodging security personnel. Unfortunately, we were using digital tapes that were 1 hour. Several of the confrontations were not caught on tape. We had sheriff's deputies, Secret Service, you name it, question us on who we were. We just told them we were with the hillbillies. That's where the Bushes stay. You know, because we've got Texas accents.
Close back in the corner right over there.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good.
Oh, that feels good. Oh,
Just one of many signs sporting French with skulls adorned with other trappings of death. We also saw signage with Latin and other ancient languages. Now we're about to let you see a little bit of what's going on with the great owl.
There's the owl.
I guess I gotta find this.
I'm getting this. I'm getting bold. This is the owl. I'm getting this, Allie.
Let's get out of here.
I like that.
Here you can see the bottom of the stone owl with the altar and the eternal flame, a Aladdin lamp-style urn that continually burns year-round, we're told. And here's a side shot from about 30 yards away of Moloch, the Canaanite deity to which children were sacrificed to in Babylon. And yet another slowed down close shot. Again, the eternal flame burning, the altar, the bottom extremities of the 40-plus foot stone deity, and there is a shot of its head as well. Again, we've slowed down this video because we only actually had about 5 seconds of it on our hidden cameras, so you can have a chance to get a closer look at it. You will see it during the ceremony. Speaking of the ceremony, we were on the left-hand side of the lake about 150 yards downstream beneath those large redwood trees. Much of the ritual you're going to witness took place on the right-hand side of the lake and at the northern tip beneath Moloch. Keep in mind the scale of the idol compared to those giant redwood trees. It's at least 45 feet tall. Now, the daytime vantage you're witnessing is basically the vantage that we shot the ceremony from at night. This is America, and it's been going on for 120-plus years in Northern California. This is not some new fad. We're talking about something deadly serious with its roots in ancient history. Had the bright idea of going into one of the camps, which is one of the few mistakes he made. Not that we both didn't make a few. Oh, and my mistake? I just forgot my fake name.
Y'all recognize it as far as
we may have to.
A thirsty man. Look out.
I'm sorry. Quiet.
Reagan was a turning point for us. Didn't realize at the time it was. And
Anytime I shoot.
turning point for us.
Oh, really?
So many liberal Democrats in their time to change things around.
It was all live?
Was it Ross?
No,
No, it's probably as accurate as we know. Yeah.
We had already been questioned 3 separate times by the Bohemian Club's security, Secret Service, and Sonoma County Sheriff's Department. To evade discovery, we decided to try for one of the more remote areas of the camp, according to our map, the most southerly side, and a lookout point, an observation deck over the Russian River. While Mike Hansen was watching for the sheriff's deputies that were down the path and over the bridge in a guard shack, I began to shoot the video you just witnessed. After we turned the camera off, one of the Sonoma County Sheriff's deputies showed up and began asking us why we were filming. We calmly told him we were just sightseeing as members of the Bohemian Club. The point that has to be made here, though, is they do have hidden cameras, because there's no way that they would have been able to witness us videotaping from where the guard shack was located. And then upon walking back by the guard shack, we actually witnessed banks of television screens and wires leading up into the redwoods and disappearing. Also visible from the observation deck is the famous sunning area for the establishment lackeys and their pomps. Here you can see some of the fine carpeting out on the floaty. The long history of men enjoying themselves has even been written about in the gossip column of the San Francisco Chronicle, writing that a man on his own often gets invited back to the camp by gay bohemians. Even 100-year-old annals have admitted the homosexual activities. After escaping the sheriff's department, Mike and I traveled high into the hills to wait until dark and the beginning of the cremation of care ceremony. Before the cremation of care, all the Bohemian Club members begin a massive feast of revelry.
I like that brother-in-law. He's so pissed off at me.
After the feast, cult members travel from the main dining area under the trees out to the eastern side of the lake, where they congregate and prepare themselves to properly thank their deity. Again, the 3,000-plus-year-old Moloch.
This is the oldest one, isn't it? Yeah. Other than maybe that little red one. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I think when you go to heaven, they have buses like this.
I think you're right.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Oh, no, go ahead.
Let's see, we got one out here.
Yeah, is there another one coming?
So that Marty thing was like.
We don't have time in the documentary to show you an entire tour of the.
How much did the road cost?
This thing?
No, the road.
The rope.
The road. The road.
Robe.
That you
Oh,
bought?
that.
Oh, road.
Oh, rope. It was 88. Yeah, I thought you said rope.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought rope and rope.
All right.
Can't hear anything with this wind and the. Look at this thing's seen some years. Pretty nice, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hey, how are you? Good. See you. Your brother, your father business and all that?